Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. Let's get straight into this topic here. So, Rashad McCants, man, shout out to Rashad McCants out there on Gills Arena. Y'all know that they're not feeling Rashad McCants on Gills Arena, right? Because he's like the one anti-LeBron guy on the show. Everybody else is a LeBron twerker, probably outside of Kenyon Martin, right? Kenyon Martin kind of seems to be indifferent to it all. He can give LeBron his props, but he seems indifferent. The rest of the guys on the panel, Gilbert Arenas, Brandon Jennings, Nick Young, they just be all twerking. And the host, I think Josiah, they're all twerkers for LeBron, right? And because of that, they've attracted a LeBron fan base, a LeBron audience. Now, Gil calls himself a Kobe fan that trolls Kobe fans. You make sense out of you make sense out of that. You're a Kobe Bryant fan trolling Kobe Bryant. Y'all let me know how that work. Right? So you have that. So Rashad is kind of like the odd man out on the show. When you have a segment and you have 3-4 guys twerking it up in a row for LeBron, Rashad comes in and he does the total opposite, and it just kind of gums up the works. It messes up everything, and that's what happened again. As you guys know, the Lakers lost Game 1 in a blowout, an 18-point blowout to the Oklahoma City Thunder on the road. And in the aftermath of that, people were kind of discussing what happened and talking about Austin Reeves and various things. So Rashad then decided to take it in a totally different direction. He took it in a direction of, no, wait a minute. This is on LeBron's lack of leadership and all of this. And when he said that, the entire set was literally stunned into silence. And I was like, whoo, yeah. This is good here. But before we get into that, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. All right, guys, the regular season is wrapped up and the NBA playoffs are finally here, and there's no better way to cash in on all of the high-flying hoop action than PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, every win means when you're making lineups on PrizePicks. And here's something you didn't want to sleep on. PrizePicks has the Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals sweepstakes going on right now. Make a $5 lineup with at least one live NBA player pick during the playoffs, and you could win a trip for 2 to the NBA Finals. That alone is reason enough to check out PrizePicks right now. I've been making lineups on the Celtics and Lakers players, and it makes watching the playoffs so much more fun. It's simple. Just pick more or less on player projections across basketball, baseball, hockey, and more. You can even pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup with stacks. And if your picks get off to a hot start, cash out early with easy payouts before the game even ends. PrizePicks is now available in all 50 states. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. All right, cool. So what I want to do is I want to play what Rashad had to say here. I want you guys to listen to it, and then we'll come back and get into the show.
Oh, man. 16 points in the first half. LeBron James set the tone early about the energy that was going to be displayed throughout the game, and ended up with 5 points in the fourth quarter. You talk about true leadership with a guy like this. 23 years, you're beyond a vet. You know exactly what it takes to beat a team like this. You've seen everything. You know all the schemes. You know all the strategies. You know what's going to happen. As far as getting your team involved in the first half, second half, that's cool. The game was close up until the fourth. So what's stopping you from taking the game over? It's always been my question with LeBron. What's stopping you from being who you are in your core? If you are the GOAT, we keep talking about this conversation. Like, display it, show it. 27 points at the end of the game, everybody look at the box score and say, hey, he did his part. No, he didn't do his part. You're supposed to take over the game. 12 of 17, of course you're supposed to take more shots because you're supposed to will your team to victory, especially against a team like this who's going to always counterpunch you. They're always going to have an answer for your questions. So SGA's having a bad night. This is a perfect night for you to have a magnificent night, which you were on the verge of. 27 points, 12 for 17 means nothing in the loss. They asked LeBron about, what was missing in this loss. He said 33 points, our best player. And that's just a bailout answer. It's a bailout answer. Because he knows that the 33 points coming from Luka, there's 23 points coming from Austin that he didn't get. That 23 used to be 30. So Austin's capable of covering what Luka can bring. And he can up his production. DeAndre Ayton can up his production. Rui can up his production. But as a leader, you have to point out these discrepancies. You have to go back to the drawing board and you have to say, listen, man, I got to get Austin Reeves involved. We got to do a better job getting him involved and getting him involved early. When you look at the game as its totality, the Lakers struggled in the fourth quarter because they didn't have leadership. Who's taking the shots in the fourth? Marcus Smart taking shots, Rui's taking shots. All the guys are taking shots except for the guy who's supposed to be taking shots. So to defer at the end doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, if you're the GOAT, I guess you can take games off and you can do what you want, but not on my watch.
So you feel like LeBron took that game off?
Fourth quarter he did.
Yeah, he only had 5 points in the fourth quarter. You talk Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves, 8 points in the game, averaged 23 in the regular season, 15 under his average. Seems like that 15 points could have been very beneficial and useful in this particular ball game.
And you got to look at how he played. It was like he was forcing a lot of those things, pushing the ball into tight situations against a very good defensive team. So JJ has to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to get easier shots for Austin.
Yeah.
And LeBron's going to have to do a better job of facilitating if you're going to be the facilitator. Because you don't really have a true point guard out there, so you're going to have to go into point guard mode. You had to do what you did in the Houston series and actually play off of you. So I think that if he does that, they have a better chance of winning. But right now, they don't have a chance.
It seemed like refs swallowed their whistles on both sides. Want to say Lakers 13 free throw attempts, Thunder 12 free throw attempts in the game. SGA just 3 free throw attempts, Reeves 2.
Thought they played pretty good defense, both sides. Both sides played solid defense. They didn't give away no second chance points that much. So, you know, the Lakers just got to do better, man. It's just not acceptable. Leadership not acceptable. And it ain't got his age.
All right, cool. So you heard what he had to say. Now, this video has about 900,000 views. Let me read through some of the comments because people were pretty mad. He said, this dude has no self-awareness. He's acting like LeBron didn't used to average 35 points per game on him. Another guy said, it's always an MFer who would kill for 1/1000th of LeBron's skills and success to have something to say. What the F does this bum who's never played 50 games a season talk about leadership? Once LeBron retires, clowns like him won't have a platform. You want to be Black Skip Bayless so bad. Efficiency is more important to LeBron because Clutch can blame teammates as long as LeBron does good stats. Another guy said he knows what drives in views will be interesting when LeBron is done, what people will focus on. And it just went, he said, how long was McCann in the league? You can see him more on here than those highlights posts of random players. Not enough. So people are pretty tight at Rashad McCants, right? People are pretty tight about that. What's my take on it? I think that Rashad being on the show, it gives the show that balance. It gives the show balance. The show has no balance. You have Nick Young, who be saying a whole bunch of stupid stuff on a regular. Brandon Jennings, he be kind of in the middle, but sometimes he jumps on the LeBron James carousel. Gilbert Arenas is a LeBron guy. No matter how much he tries to fake the funk, he is a LeBron guy. I've never heard him slander or make fun of LeBron James on that show. I've heard him make fun of Kobe Bryant. I've heard him make fun of Michael Jordan. I have never heard him make fun of LeBron James, ever. Pull up the clips. Let's see them. Right? Pull up the clips. Where are these clips? Trolling LeBron fans. Where are the clips? I've never seen it, right? You can't have an entire panel of that, man. That's after a while it gets corny, man. That's speak easy. Like, come on, after a while, like, y'all need some balance. All of y'all can't be up in here twerking it up like this. And whether or not you like Rashad, it doesn't matter. It gives the show another opinion. You just want to watch a show full of LeBron James fans? Like, come on, are you serious? Is that a show? Is that interesting? When they're all going to be twerking it up and slapping each other with honey sticks all throughout the entire show? Come on, that's whack. So I think Rashad gives that show a balance. He pisses people off, but the people he's pissing off are LeBron fans. And unless you're telling me that your entire show is just dedicated to that fan base, then fine, get them off the show. Get them off the show. If that's the whole purpose of the show, to cater to LeBron James fans, then get them off the show. But if it's a show where people are allowed to have their opinions on basketball and we all don't got to move with the same, dance to the same tune, then let the man let him say his piece. Y'all be up there twerking it up. Don't nobody stop y'all. Don't nobody be running down on y'all and stopping y'all. Y'all be twerking it up. Honey be flowing all over the table. Don't nobody say nothing. So that's my take on it, man. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments and we catch you on the next show. I'm out. Peace.